Hi guys, before you go into the live, I thought I'd just tell you about the fundraiser I'm doing for my granddad in memory of him. I am running 65k in 13 days, 5k every day, and every single kilometre that I do is a year that my granddad was dementia-free, Alzheimer's-free. It was a horrible illness, took him away from us too soon. He was my best mate. So yeah, it's a tough task. I'm training for it at the moment. So yeah, I'm starting on the 16th of November and it'll be going for 13 days from then. It's going to be a tough, hard challenge, but I know that it'll be a good one because all the money that I do make will be going towards Alzheimer's research to try and find a cure for this horrible disease that took my granddad away from me. There will be a GoFundMe page going out on Monday the 9th of November, so whenever you're watching this, I imagine it'll be up. So yeah, the link will be in the description of this live that you're watching now. So if you could donate even £1, it'll mean so much to me, and I know it would mean so much to my granddad if you could see the people donating for him, and also I know it'll mean a lot to the guys at Alzheimer's Research to try and find a cure. So yeah, thank you guys, and if you can donate, the link will be in the description. Enjoy the live, guys.
Good evening, all. My name is CTWD, and welcome to our City 1 Liverpool 1 reaction video. I've got a couple of guests with me today. One of them, you both know them. I'm going to come to Tom in a minute because I want to do a separate introduction to Tom. Chris, how are you, buddy?
I'm all right, mate.
Not the empty seat show. You can be a bit more lively, you know.
Well, I'm all right.
By the way,
you don't want to talk to me anyway.
I'll let everyone know now. Chris has asked Tom to wind me up tonight before we came on air. So if anyone wants to play the wind up that card, you know, I had Matt Goldbridge and his lot do it during the live watch along, and now I've got it here as well. So what a fun evening. Tom, how are you, buddy? I know we played the video.
Yeah.
And the description is in, the link is in the description below for you.
Yeah.
But you want to have a minute or two just to explain to everyone who's on?
Yeah, if that's all right. Yeah, so obviously a little bit of insight there of what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm running 65k in 13 days. So it's going to be a tough challenge, but it's in the memory of my granddad, who obviously, as you guys know, passed away 2 months ago to Alzheimer's disease. Obviously a sad occasion for the family, especially for myself as well, because he was my best mate. So I thought, well, what else better to do than do some sort of event in memory of him, and also to try and get some money raised and send off to Alzheimer's Research to try and get some sort of cure for the disease that took my granddad away from me. So yeah, in the video it does say that the GoFundMe page was up obviously tomorrow, but it is up tonight. I've managed to get it all sorted with GoFundMe and they've put it through tonight. So yeah, it's up and ready. So if anybody can donate, I would really appreciate that. So yeah, thank you.
Good, mate. And it is in there. I've already donated for you, mate. So it's in there. Right, let's get into it then. That video will be playing out for the next week along the channel, so everyone know, and the GoFundMe will be on there as well. It's got a target of £300, and I'm sure you will not only pass that target, but absolutely smash it, mate. And I wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Jack Lee, not a great result, but the glass is always half full. Chin up, guys. We have 31. I'll tell you what, I feel like I've lost the way the reactions are coming out. Hi, lads. Games, no urgency, no aggression, very slow. We need a striker, more creativity play. Why wasn't Foden playing? We will get into that. Do you think we can beat Spurs? Yeah. Guys, like I said, please read the descriptions. Click very much for our very own Tom. Please read in honor of his granddad. Much appreciated. The link is in the description, guys. Where's the link? It's in the description, mate. If you click on the description, it is in there. Hi, guys. Hope you're all safe and well. Not the result we wanted, but Martin, lucky glass still not lost. No, it hasn't. We'll keep pushing it till it loses. Oh, Tom, there you go.
She said that she's going to come on and wind me up, so I'm not going to react to it.
Evening, everyone. Gutted for the missed opportunity. Where's sorry, was a typo. It's in the description below, mate. Sorry to hear that, Tom, mate. Says I'm going to get the defence we wanted for 18 months now. We can't score. want to say a big thank you, Martin, for a great watch along. We appreciate all on MCFTV taking time out entertaining us. Yeah, and thank you, Andy Blue Moon. We have had your email, and it is really appreciated, mate. And like I said, as long as we're putting a smile on your face, that's what matters. Where mine, it's in the description. So if you look under the description of the actual video, it is in there with all our contacts. Levi Greenwood, hello, mate. There's loads on already. Animal Lifestyle, hi, how are you? Zagon, hi, how are you? TNT in Manchester, there we go. Raid, we've got another raid. I do like a raid. Keep the raiders in. I like the raiders in at the minute. Well done, Tom. When I'm out this pass with the same thing, all the very best, Tom.
Cheers, Blue Art. Thank you.
Arsenal getting thrashed. Yes, they're getting currently 3-0 by Villa. So by Chris Baker's logic, Villa are going to win the league, go on and win the Champions League next year, and they'll have a great season. It feels like a loss because we should have won, but a draw is a draw. I had a chat with Chris Baker earlier. I feel like slitting my wrist by the end of this. I tell you, I feel like we got beat 5-0 the way he carried on. But I'll let him get into that as he's going. Hi, guys. Great performance.
You keep drinking your Kool-Aid.
Walker never committed at all. He did, mate. Listen, he did. He did. Right. Hello to everyone anyway. I don't want to take up the whole evening with doing things. I will try my best to get into all your comments. I do appreciate it. Appreciate it. No person, my condolences, Tom. Hope you're okay.
Cheers, mate. Thank you.
Right. I'll come to Mr. Happy first, shall I? So, Chris, 1-1. What are your overall thoughts on the game?
The result, I'm quite happy with, Martin, getting a draw, because I thought we were pretty poor today. I think that as far as performances go, that ranks as one of the worst I've seen under Pep Guardiola. Lacking anything creative, absolute shocking in the middle of the park. I'm just glad we have now got a really good defence, because I thought Diaz and Laporte looked good again together. Cancelo, as Tom will, I'm sure, go on to say later on, was fantastic. Deserved his man of the match performance. And other than Walker's one gaff, the scarecrow moment, he did all right as well. But really, I mean, the middle of the park was dreadful. Rodri, Gundogan, crap. And Kevin had a bad game by his standards. So, yeah, I'm a bit disappointed with the way we played, but I'm quite happy with the 1-1.
So you're not putting us in the Championship for next season then?
No, I'm not. Listen, you can sit there and say, it's great. We got a result against a 1-1 against. We were not very good. We didn't create anything, particularly, we could have still won the match. Gabby had his chance and Kevin's pen. We still could have won it, but Liverpool moved through our midfield at will, and we couldn't do it against them.
Okay. Hey, your opinion, brother. Your opinion.
Yeah.
Tom.
Well, I quite agree with Chris there. I agree with him in a way. It's quite simple. 2 errors we've made today, and the 2 errors was conceding the penalty and missing the penalty. If that didn't happen, it would have won 2-0, or we would have scored 2 goals. The defence played really well. I thought Ederson had a good game. I thought he made a few good saves. I thought the back 4 was class. Walker makes 1 error. It's the first one he's made for how many games? So, he'll hold his hand up and make sure. You could see as soon as he'd made the foul, he knew he'd messed up. But it's a mistake, and he'll move on from it. I thought Diaz played really well, solid. Laporte got every header, also solid. And my main man, Joao, man of the match, City game man of the match. He can defend. So for all those people last night who were telling he can't defend, he basically saved in the 82nd minute. He made the tackle that probably kept us with the draw, and that defence kept us with the draw, because from there upwards, other than Jesus, nobody had a good game. Gundogan and Rodri couldn't pass a ball between them. Every time Gundogan sort of looked to create a chance, he either went out of play or gave it to one of the full-backs of Liverpool. Sterling had a quiet game as he usually does against Liverpool, which doesn't really change. And I think De Bruyne is just completely over. He's just not had enough rest, unfortunately. I hope that he gets sort of rested during this international break. But obviously Belgium will want him as well. But it is what it is. We've got a point. It's not a loss, but we should do much better with the team that we have out there, to be honest, because there's a lot of people saying injuries. But let's be perfectly honest, the only person that isn't there is Aguero. That could make a difference. So the whole, we go on saying we're a full team, we play as a team, it's not a one-man team. Well, we're making it out like Aguero's going to be the saviour of the team, but Jesus was playing the same position, he scored, and he put away the only chance he got. So if there's no creativity there, you can't do anything. So even if Aguero was playing today, it wouldn't have changed the fact that the midfield and the wingers didn't have a good game.
Okay. I just thought we weren't playing Liverpool, we weren't playing the back end, we were playing the champions. Remember that. That's all I'm going to say on that. And you're never going to steamroll top teams. Doesn't really
it's not really about steamrolling them for me, Martin. I don't ever expect to steamroll Liverpool. I think there's a real problem in the speed we get the ball up the field. We're not getting the wingers. We're not getting Kevin De Bruyne on the ball early because we're pondering in the middle of the park. That's a big issue for me. When Gundogan and Rodri play together, it's slow. And I thought Liverpool found it really easy to work around those two today.
I mean, I think it's all opinions because some people are saying they disagree with you, Chris. Some people say,
of course.
It's all opinions, and that's the thing. The one thing I will say, I agree with Chris and Tommy, the midfield is slow. Gundo and Rodri together, which was my fear with this so-called stupid double pivot that is, like Chris said and Andy said, is a basketball term. So why it suddenly appeared into football, I do not know. I do not know where this idea has come from, whether it's come from Pep, whether it's come from Lillo, I do not know. But we've suddenly become very defensive, and KDB was the only link to push our forwards on. And when he's having an off day, then we're definitely screwed, because when KDB's having an off day, we haven't got anyone to get the ball out to the front three and push the front three. And when I was crying out for it all second half was we should have took Gundo or Rodri off one of them and got Foden on that game to get the ball. Because I'll tell you what, honest opinion, if David Silva was playing there today, we'd have beat them because we'd have got the ball forward a lot quicker. So I totally agree with you with that. I do. Scotty Moll totally agrees with you, Chris. Tom Bates, what game did Chris watch? We were playing the champions. It's all opinions. I thought Liverpool were there for the taking, but didn't capitalise. James Slow, great 1 point against champions, especially now Arnold is injured. I don't want to wish anyone injured. We're not Liverpool. We're not the Echo sticking it up on their Twitter page, thinking it's great. For quite a bit, so they'll 100% drop some more points. Only 2 points behind if we get a win our game in hand. That's true, but I want to go into more detail of it. KDB. Chris, was that just an off day? Or for me, that's been coming the last 2 or 3 games. He's not looked with it, and I'm starting to get a little bit of a suspicion. He may be carrying an injury,
Yeah, there's a good chance for that, Martin. I think KDB has produced moments this season rather than actually running games, which, at his very best, he does run games. But today, the magic moments didn't seem to be there either, which is obviously a concern because he is our star player.
Yeah, Tom?
Yeah, something's not right. The wins have overshadowed the slightly poor performances that he's sort of brought upon himself. Not poor, but he hasn't been up to the highest standards. But when you're one of the best midfielders in the world, everybody expects you to have a really good game week in, week out. And, against Liverpool, you expect him to, come up in the big games. But if he is carrying injury, maybe he was just trying to play it out till this week and hopefully have a rest a little bit whilst he's going off to Belgium. But I just hope he's okay and he's not going to, it's not going to be a regular occurrence of him carrying an injury, because I'd much rather him, have the rest and make sure we have Kevin back rather than him playing the majority of the games this season, hardly, making some sort of chances or anything like that.
Yeah. Joe Cancelo, you both said it. Absolute phenomenal today. I thought he kept Salah quiet as anything. I've never seen Salah that quiet in a long, long time. I think the only thing Salah did was score the penalty. I hardly saw him do anything the whole game. I thought Firmino and Mane were a lot more dangerous. I thought Mane was really dangerous, I'm going to be honest with you. He was Liverpool's most potent forward, if I'm going to be totally honest with you. But Joao Cancelo's proved me wrong. I'll be honest with you, he's absolutely proved me wrong. I still think he's got no left foot. I'm not going to, he still hasn't, but he's doing well there. And at the moment, we're talking about Aki going there. Aki can't get in the team now. Joao Cancelo's doing that. So where's that leaving Aki all of a sudden now? Because we all thought Aki was slotting at left back. Nice little fit there. He's not going to get in the team at this rate with the way that back line's going.
No, come on, mate. They get a game every 3 days, mate. He's going to get plenty of game time.
Yeah.
He's not going to be sat on the bench for the rest of the season.
No, but he's benched the last 2.
Yeah, but he will get plenty of game time, Martin, if it's that kind of season.
Cancelo being good there. Look,
yeah, but Cancelo played really well.
Tonight.
Well, you two turned it into Ake, slagging Ake off, so I thought I'd better defend him. So anyway, look, you're missing some good comments here by Blue Art about your left winger.
Comments in a minute. Will you shut up? I told you he was going to wind up tonight. Go on, Tom. I'll let you answer it because Ginger up there is in a right wind-up mode.
And there's a lot of people in the comments saying that I've come out of my box just because Joao's had one good game. I've been supporting Joao since he first came in. You guys can back me up on that. I've said the best is still to come from that man, and you're starting to see it. What people, what do you expect for a guy who only played so many games last season? It's just like any player. If you don't play enough, you're not going to show your true capabilities. And tonight, this evening, he's had a really, really good game. I get where you're coming with the left foot, but he did stick a right banger in bottom left against Olympiacos with his left foot, so he mustn't be that bad, Martin. He mustn't be that bad, his left foot. But yeah, I've always one goal. Yeah. So what? It's one more goal than Aguero's got in the Champions League.
He can't cross with his left foot though.
No, yeah, but he can cross with his right foot.
He's on the left-hand side. We're back to the problem with this inverted window.
Yeah, listen,
no, because
Sterling can't cross with his left foot either, Martin. Exactly. He's on the left-hand side.
Well, I believe either. If City was so crap, how worried must Klopp be when they nearly lose to such crap?
Well, Liverpool might be, if I was them, I'd be thinking, well, Klopp anyway, I'd be thinking, we've thrown 2 points away there.
Yeah.
Scotty Mole, Jesus, Jesus, Mr. Sitter. I've got to say, Jesus' goal. Let's be honest, was that meant?
Yeah,
meant. And it was very. Some people may not remember this. Dennis Bergkamp at St James Park back in 97 and 98? Someone help me out. I think it was 97. He scored a very similar goal up at St James Park, and he said he meant it. That was pure class from Jesus. So that won it, Chris.
From Jesus or from Bergkamp?
Jesus.
I thought Jesus played well tonight. I mean, he missed that chance, but he gets himself about, works his socks off. I love that about him. He's not a left winger, Martin. He's a striker, as he proved with his goal.
I'll tell the Brazilian manager that then.
Listen, he's spot on, mate. So I've run out kicks. Sorry, mate. I'm happy with Gabby being back in the side, mate. And I think he took his goal really well and brought us back into the game when, up until that point, really, we hadn't shown much at all.
Tom, Jesus' goal.
Yeah, I thought he meant it. It was a brilliant goal. That's what a striker does. They pull it out in some decisive moments. I was disappointed that he didn't take the penalty, but that doesn't really matter now because Kevin missed it. But I thought he could have really taken the penalty. But there's decisions and stuff there. But yeah, I thought it was a great goal. To be fair, we turned it and finished it like that. You have to mean something like that. It's not one of those goals where it's look at the draw because. It didn't come up to him unexpectedly either. He took it on, one touch out, bang. Within 2 touches, it was in the back of the net. So I was impressed by that goal, and I think he did mean it.
Yeah, Corey, man, did you stop saying 5-0? That's going to come back and haunt me, isn't it?
Yep.
Sean, when it comes to return fix, it'll be a 6 point and we'll bottle it.
Mm-hmm.
There's a bit of negativity on here tonight.
Right, we haven't done very well at Anfield, have we?
16 years now. I ain't seen us win there.
It was a bit of a ball fest, but I thought Liverpool overall worked better, really. I thought Gundogan was fair, but Rodri was poor. Cancelo, man of the match. I had Diaz down for man of the match, with Cancelo just behind him. So
we're taking City's opinions on it, to be honest, Martin. It gives you always credit. Well, you have done, to be fair. Yeah, we'll make sure we remember the moment where you've actually congratulated him for defending.
I congratulated him a few weeks ago as well.
Oh, that's all right then, isn't it?
Right, the Liverpool penalty. It was a penalty for me. It was a bit soft, but it was a penalty. Walker's been absolutely phenomenal all season, but that's not the first time he's had a brain fart and got across the man the wrong side and clipped. But I thought Sterling got fouled in the build up. Maybe Sterling's problem is he's too honest. He will not go down on the floor. If he'd have gone down, I think that'd have been a free kick. I think he's just a touch too honest. Chris, I mean, you think it was a penalty? And what thing about Sterling? Should he have gone down?
Well, he was trying to keep on going, wasn't he? I'm all up for players trying to keep on going, mate. It was a foul. It should have been blown, mate. And yes, it was a penalty. It was a soft penalty, but he took him out, didn't he? Well, he clipped him anyway, and it's a pen. Martin, did he do? Yeah, but Mane causes everyone problems, mate. He is up there with KDB as the best player in the league, mate.
Yeah.
I think it's very similar. It wasn't exactly the same, but it's pretty similar to the Vardy challenge again. It didn't need to be made.
Clumsy.
Yeah, clumsy. Yeah.
Tom, where are you at? Was that a penalty? I'm watching about Sterling. Is he too honest sometimes? Because he's been accused of that before of being very honest. And then when he went down, who was it in the Champions League when he went down and he got a penalty? And he told everyone he shouldn't have been. And he was, I can't remember who it was. And so he's damned if he done and damned if he don't sometimes, Sterling, whether he goes down or don't go down. But that was a kick, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a free kick, but, the build-up play after that, it was over 2 minutes after they got the penalty. And from that side of the pitch to the other side of the pitch, there's a lot to happen. And it was a free kick on Sterling, I agree. He should have gone down. But with being honest, you don't win the free kicks, unfortunately. That's what happens in this game. That we know that the referees won't give it unless it's clear and obvious. And even if it is clear and obvious, they still probably won't give it because that's what they like. But anyway, it was a clear penalty as well. It was a clear penalty. As soon as he'd cut in the inside of Walker should have known that he wasn't going to get to it. Rodri was coming across anyway, so he should have gone behind Rodri and just stuck in there. And if it had gone past Walker, it's nothing to do with him then, is it? You know what I mean? He's been taken out. He's been caught on the inside. Mane's taking him for a mug. And then, if he doesn't get involved with it again, it leaves Cancelo, Laporte, Diaz and Rodri to deal with it, and he can get back in. It was a penalty, but, I'm not going to criticise him too much because, he's been one of the best players this year. That's why he's just got Player of the Month. He ain't got that for no reason. So, we always say he's got that cock up in the big game Walker, and it's come out. So hopefully that's the only one of the season. He can continue with his great form because he deserves it and he's a good guy.
Sean says too slow, lacking creativity. We worry too much about the opposition. I think that is a little bit of truth in that this year. I think we're now starting to worry about others than worrying about us, which I think has crept in this season. And we can't keep saying it's a funny season and it's because of no pre-season. You know, we can't keep that forever. No. When are we going to go back to our old selves? And before you answer that, Chris, come to you first. I apologise if I don't get every comment out. There is now 150 of you on. So I will try my very best to get through as many comments as I can. If I can't read them, I'll put them up on screen so you can see them at least. Go on, Chris. You forgot about that now, aren't you?
Yeah, you just completely blown me there. Well, go on,
about this about like Sean just said, too slow, lacking creativity, we're worrying about the opposition. When are we can't keep using no pre-season as an excuse forever. When are we going back to our old, let them worry about us instead of us worrying about them? Where's this defensive worry coming all of a sudden?
I think there is something in that, to be honest with you. I think we are too slow, and I think we are lacking a little bit of creativity. You said to me on the phone, Martin, if you don't mind me bringing it up here, this is to do with the new coach, and that's why we've changed our style of football. And Lilo should be the one to blame.
Yeah, my worries with Lilo. This has come in. We've gone a little bit more defensive since Lilo's come in.
Yeah.
No, we've gone a little bit more practical, a little bit more
pragmatic.
Yeah, we never played two CDMs. I'm not going to give it a double pivot name because it's crap. That's basketball. But when did we ever play two CDMs? When we ever done that? And now Lilo's come in. It's like, and if you look at the tactic, they're playing Lilo's. This is what Lilo used to play when he was manager, and now we've sort of jumped to it a little bit slowly. So is the tail wagging the dog, or the dog wagging the tail here? Who's the manager and who's not? That's my only thing on this Lilo thing.
Listen, we don't know who's picking the team and the tactics, Martin. You know, I just think that we have shown this season to be a little bit more defensive minded, and that's when we've now gone and got ourselves a decent centre back to go with Laporte. We've got Walker pretty much in good form, and you know Cancelo and Ake have done well when they've come in as well. So I'm not happy with the Rodri Gundogan partnership in the Premier League. And like I said right at the beginning, mate, is the reason for that is they don't move the ball fast enough upfield, which then leaves our attacking options with less space and less time really to do what they're good at.
I'm just going to bring on a couple of super chats. Ming Wong, thank you. Appreciate that, buddy. And David McCangat says we have a lot of average players, in my opinion. How we spent so much on them. We used to buy the best players 5 years ago. Not anymore. We need a CDM and a striker. I'll be honest with you, David. Thank you very much for your super chats. Appreciated. And I wouldn't disagree with that. I really wouldn't. I like Rodri. I do. But sometimes he is too slow. He does get caught out. And is that maybe... Does Pep know that? And that's why he's gone for this 2 CDMs, you think, Tom? Do you think Gundogan's going in there to help Rodri because he doesn't want to drop him? Because Rodri does bring in passing ability. He can do that. And people are going to laugh at me now. The Busquets roll a little bit of spraying the ball left and right. But he hasn't got the speed to do it. So is that where Gundogan's coming in to help him do that?
It's not. It's because that's not. Look at Rodri the other week against Sheffield United. He didn't need anybody to help him. He took charge, and that's why he got man of the match. The thing is, when you're playing Gundogan's not an attacking midfielder. We know that from the beginning. He's never ever been an attacking midfielder. He's always been a defensive midfielder, and you know it's one of them. They're both good players in different ways. You know, Gundogan, you know, he's a great player. But the thing is, it depends who he's playing with to whether he has a good game or not. And when it's him and Rodri in that midfield, they never look for the attacking, they always want to pass sideways. That's the thing. It's always passing sideways or backwards. And the thing is, when you have Foden and De Bruyne in there, you do bring a little bit more attacking threat. And when it's Gundogan and Rodri, it's a bit more defensive. And that is what you saw against Lyon when it was Fernandinho and Rodri. When you're playing two CDMs, we don't score many goals. And
yeah,
I guess that could be a new tactic that's coming in because we've got so many games. Obviously, we've dropped 2 points today, but we haven't lost, so it's still, you know what I mean? But I don't think it's a good idea. I said to you yesterday, every time they play with each other, it's so slow. But like we say, Gundogan always comes in for the big games because he's Pep's lover boy, and Rodri's in form, so he wasn't going to get dropped either. So it was one of them, wasn't it, really? But, it's not a good partnership whatsoever, to be fair.
I said it. I said it was going to happen in the preview.
Yeah, you did. Yeah.
I knew it was going to happen. And I knew it was going to be Foden going out the door for it. Because Foden does. I mean, I'm going to come on to Foden in a bit with you guys. Because it's becoming a bit of a bugbear now with Foden. There is managing him right, and then there's taking the piss. And we're at the taking the piss stage for me now with Foden. We really are. Sorry. 4 years to develop him. Jesus Christ! What is he going to? Is he going to be? They're putting teeth back in. Is he going to be playing most games when he's like 30? Is he ready then? I mean, what's he doing? Blew out. Thank God a feather didn't fall from the sky because Marnie would have gone down like he'd been shot if it had landed. True. Our penalty. Liverpool having a whinge bitch to the bone that Gomez did not have ball at. Now, here's a question that I haven't asked anyone. For you, or 2 parts of this question, Chris and Tom. Chris, was it a penalty, A? And number 2, is it the rule that is the arse here and means changing? The stupid handball rule of hit the ball in any time, it's a penalty.
The rule says it's a penalty, Martin, doesn't it? But
yeah, what is the rule now?
But that would not be a penalty 2 years ago, maybe even last season.
Yeah.
For me, that's not really a penalty. We'd have still got up for it. Don't get me wrong, but I think it would have been exceedingly soft back in the day. But it seems to be the rule. And for me, Martin, VAR, all that crap needs to go. It's ruining the game. It's not getting any better.
Tom?
See, it was a penalty with these new rules, and on the fact that we've been completely stitched up for the past 3 years with them lot, with VAR and without it, it was about time we got a decision. And I'm glad that they have gone with the rules, because if it wasn't given, then it had just been a complete example of what the hell's going on. One's given, one's not. So it's good to see consistency, because that's what we want, but it's consistency in the wrong manner that is spoiling the game, unfortunately.
Yeah, just to let you know, Chris can moderate as well as be on the show. So anyone who's coming in being idiots, you will still go bye-bye. Just warning you all. Why are people making us feel like to be Burnley they're the best team in the league? I think the point is out. That was our best chance to beat them. Van Dijk's out. Fabinho's out. Thiago. Because I said it yesterday. With the way our midfield was, Jesus Christ, thank God Thiago went on that pitch.
Yeah, I know. That's what I was thinking.
Left and right and all sorts. We'd have had no chance. Because I think that's what it is, Cal. Go on, Chris. Was you going to say something?
Was I? Yeah.
No, you opened your mouth. Stop. Was you breathing?
Yeah, probably a mouth breathe, mate.
Matt is a great host. Thank you, bud. Thank you.
Get out of it, man.
That's defo someone that is paid. That's his son.
Exactly. Do you know what? He only ever puts up nice comments about him, not about the ones where he's been.
I have read out your comments, Blue Heart, cheeky devil.
Exactly, Blue Heart.
I've just read it about a feather, bloody hell. Andy Blue Moon, guys, do you think players still mulling over uncertainty over Pep and his contract? Go on, I'm leaving that up. Go on, Chris. Is it called an uncertainty in the dressing room with Pep
No.
contract.
I don't think it has anything to do with the way we performed this season. Not at all, mate.
I'm going to disagree with you on that because I think it is. We saw a story the other day, and listen, it's a story. Don't kill me before you go, where have you heard that from? Yeah? Well, show me the report of that. Yeah?
That's not Sam Lee, is it?
Oh, God, it will be.
So Martinez, apparently Lautaro Martinez City were going after, but the negotiations had to stall because Martinez wanted to know how long Pep was going to be around, and he couldn't answer it.
Well, for me, that we dodged a bullet there with him. So,
Who do you want as striker?
not him.
Who then? Go on. Let's go down the cul-de-sac.
Well, you know who we'd love to have, mate. It's one of either Mbappe or Haaland, isn't it? They're the two superstar strikers. Listen, Martinez, his record's like 1-3, isn't it?
I want a toilet seat made out of gold and win the lottery next week. Ain't happening, sunshine. So let's move on, eh? But give me some reality.
Like who? All right, then.
You need a proper striker. You ain't getting Mbappe.
Who was that lad you were raving about last night? Ollie McBurney.
You rave about him. I thought he was the dirtiest player I've ever seen within 2 minutes.
Sit down, Martin. Now he's just sat you down on your golden toilet seat.
I've never talked about McBurney being amazing. So, you know, I think Ginger's going to your head, sunshine.
Brilliant.
Go on, Tom. Same question to you. Is the uncertainty with Pep affecting the players this year?
I don't know. It's hard to tell, innit? You know, I can't. I don't know, to be honest with you. You can't answer it because we don't know, like we've said all along, we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. And if something is going on where he's not going to stay and it is putting off players, then it needs to be sorted out, doesn't it? But we can't judge what's going to happen. If he signs it, excellent. If he don't, thank you for, you know, the 4 or 5 years that you've given us, because he's the best manager in the world and has been over the past decade or so. And it's been a privilege to have him in charge. And he's won a lot with us. We can't forget that. So if he does leave, it's no hard feelings. It's the longest he's ever stayed at a club. So we must be all right. You know, we mustn't be that bad. So, you know, if he leaves, he leaves.
Martin doesn't like people saying they want to leave. Turns against him.
Attitude problem. Sorry.
Attitude. Pep's got an attitude.
He just needs to get an afro and then he's completely out window.
Anyway, right.
Oh my God. How you doing, Martin? You all right?
I'm not enough for that crap. He's on here just to play wind-up games. And right, I'll bring him back. We'll have a vote. Put in the comments if you want Chris back. So I'll put Chris back or Chris out and I'll bring him back. He's sat backstage now, like, oh, I don't know. So put in Chris out, Chris in or Chris out, and I'll bring him back. Oh, he's gone. Go. Going for a walk. Look, yeah, guys, look. Empty seat show.
He's gone.
It's the empty seat show.
Who's in our empty seat tonight?
Yeah, we don't know. The Black Crowns. Oh, hang on. Lego Man's here. Mate, you're on now.
Oh, dear.
Lucy Ridge.
Hey. Oh, hey up. She wants to like you, Chris.
Chris for president?
Yeah, no, mate. I have respect on women, Tom.
Right, scenario. We need to get a creator like Barkley or Grealish in. Because though Kevin is the best midfielder in the world, he can't carry the whole team. Right, I'm going to bring it up. Phil Foden.
Yeah, we don't need a Grealish or a
Barkley.
We've got our Phil Foden.
Yeah, but what's going on with him? Because all I've heard for 3 or 4 years, he's developing. He's a young lad. He's developing. Then I heard he's the best player, best midfielder in the squad from Pep. Then, don't need to get a David Silva replacement. We've got Phil. And then he just leaves him out. Sorry, I'm baffled now. What is going on with Phil Foden? Because I'm not understanding it anymore. Tom, you get this Phil Foden bit because I'm lost.
We all say that we want him to be treated like a proper player, and if you're not in form, you're not going to be playing. You know, I mean, it's one of them. He's a good player, but he's not the David Silva replacement, and that is going to overshadow it, just like the Diaz with company, just like whoever comes in to replace Aguero. As much as we love Foden, he's not going to be David Silva. And people need to realise that. You know, he's a good player. He's come from our academy. He's class. But I understand where people are coming from with, you know, he does need to be dropped, though, because if he doesn't play well, if other people like Mahrez are looking and why am I being dropped and he's not, then it can cause uncertainty in the dressing room. You know, people are saying, let's treat him like a first-team player. If you don't play well, you should be dropped. And that's what's happened with him. So hopefully the next game that he comes back and he has a great game and we see the Phil that we love and know, because that's what we want from him. So, and that's a load of rubbish, Cal, because, you know, it just is. How are you 3 defeats in a row? That's all I can say to you, pal. Ever since
they've got the greatest manager in the world.
Oh, sorry, yeah. Sorry. Yeah, sorry, you're right. Yeah.
You know,
we've got yeah, honestly, it's ridiculous. Just, you know,
so who else have been beat by?
A lot of people.
Cal's all right. Leave him alone.
Didn't they get beat by some crappy team over in Salford?
Oh yeah, that's it. 3-1 as well. They lost to Bashir Istanbul or whatever they're called.
Yeah.
By Demba Ba.
An old man scored as well.
Yeah, Demba. What a legend. Oh no, Demba Ba. I wonder about Demba Ba. Demba Ba and Cavani have scored against him. Bloody hell, they must be bad.
Go on, Chris. Phil Foden. Is Pep managing him right, or should he be playing?
I would like to see Phil play today, but you don't know, Martin, whether he's 100%. You know, he didn't have the greatest game the last time out either. But I would love to have seen, if he was fully fit, then yes, I would love to have seen him in the middle of the park instead of either Gundogan or Rock. Probably instead of Gundogan, yeah.
Agree with you. Simon Blue or Simo Blue, City playing the counter like United Pep and all like 2 peas in a pod. Don't ever compare Pep Guardiola to Ole Gunnar Solskjaer.
Well,
ever again.
Well, there is one thing. They're correct because we both beat Everton, so it's correct. So yeah, fair enough. Good comment.
Pep and Ole play the same football. Please don't ever do that, because
honestly,
leg and sweep. We've not seen you for a while, buddy. How are you? CDM a striker and the left back. Do we need a left back now?
Nope. No, we don't need a left back.
Chris?
Yes, hello, young man. Do we need a left back? I'm reading the comments. Sorry, mate. I've got a mod as well, mate. You're just sat there on your fat ass, mate. So giving out these. I'm having to mod as well. What?
It's like the Jeremy Kyle show, this, isn't it?
Why don't you learn to have a shave? Stop being ginger and be quiet.
Terrible manners.
Blew out. You just called me fat. Sometimes,
I never.
Yes, you did. Said fat ass. Sometimes the tail wags the players started on the training ground. Carl Blundell, the Toffees are taking over here. Have you messaged?
What, in 7th?
Has he messaged all 3 mates to ask him to come on?
Yeah, all 3 Everton fans.
Robert Robertson, me and Chris are only joking, guys. It's called Can Rodri defend?
Oh, that's a good question, you know, because yes, he can make a tackle, but does he spot danger well enough? That is what I would say about him.
Go on, Tom.
He can defend. He really can do. And, you know, he's obviously not as strong as Dino in that aspect, but he can defend pretty well. You know, he gets up for the headers, maybe not sliding around and getting stuck in that way, but he definitely can defend one-on-one, definitely.
Harry Costa midfield should be KDB, Rodri and Foden. I'm with you on that. I like that midfield. I think it is. I think that's what it should be. Guys, there's only 39 likes. There's 152 of you on. Come on, drop a like on the video, guys. I've been live for 3 hours and this is my second video of the day. Come on. Show a bit of love. Sam City, good game, lads. Thought Cancelo and Robertson were the best players on the pitch. Andy Bloom, Emily did mention last night about Rodri, and he's right. Rodri's no Dino. See, what I meant by that is Rodri does not play the same game as Fernandinho, and everyone is thinking he is, and he's not. Sorry, I've just had a beep. You know, he comes on 45 minutes into it. When I asked him, I get no message, no now, and he appears. I'm going to keep him there for a minute. Now everyone sees why we're being linked with Zakaria and Benacer. I like Benacer. Right, Alan's joined in.
Oh, here he is. Oh, God, here we go. This will be fun.
I'm going to bring him in. We might as well. Galaxy apart. We're in a crisis. Tom.
No, we're not. We're not in a crisis. We're not in a crisis. You know, we've just drawn to Liverpool. You know, we could have lost. So I can't see how we're in a crisis, to be fair. You know, we've got the same team as last season and the season before, bar Company and David Silva. Big leaders. That's all we're missing. There's no crisis about it. We're just missing big leaders to support the team and get them up and go in big games. That's all we're missing. There's no crisis about it. Because it's not like we've lost half of the team. We've still got the safe manager. We're just missing 2 big leaders. That's all it is. Leadership is just not there. There's no crisis.
Oh, Alan's just gone.
Yeah.
Chris, are we in a crisis?
Compared to other crises, no, we're not, mate. No.
What do you class as a crisis? That we're not top of the league? Because one thing I will say is our league position making us all worry. Because we're stuck in the middle of the table rather than the top.
No, I think if we win that game in hand, then it's going to look a whole lot rosier, isn't it? But we're in amongst a lot of teams who've got that sort of points tally by getting that win. So, but we got a big game coming up next against Tottenham.
Yeah, right. I'm going to bring Alan in a minute. Let's be honest. Pep's worried about Liverpool front 4 today, mate. Hence a double pivot. Right, I'm going to bring Alan in. Alan, how are you?
There he is.
I'm all right. Are you? Bit tired.
You? Not bad.
Yeah. I'm a bit tired because the game started at 3:30 in the morning, so I had to wake up, watch the game, and drop off to sleep. Then you started texting me, and I just fell asleep. So I've just woken up. That's basically my day. So I'm going to be like this all day working. But there we go.
Alan.
Yes.
Halloween's been and gone, mate. Don't do that again.
All right, no problem. So after that performance, very mixed, I feel, today.
Oh, go on then. Give us your...
Careful, Alan. He's in the right mood tonight, mate.
Well, I thought first 15 or 20 minutes, they were running off our 2 double pivots big time. And Kyle Walker completely at fault for that penalty. He got done on the wrong side. And to be fair, I didn't think he was that great apart from when he went forward, defensively wise. I didn't think he was that good. I can clearly see now why we are looking at another box-to-box midfielder. I think it really affects when we play that 2 CDMs. It sort of hurts the way we can create opportunities. I understand why he did it. Obviously, Martin's right for having that double boot. He picked it because obviously he's clearly worried. Our defence is great now. I feel our defence is fine. You know, Diaz makes a huge difference. He's certainly a leader at the back. But going forward, playing the CDM role, it affects Kevin De Bruyne because he doesn't get the ball early enough. And by the time we get the ball up there, they're already set in a defensive format. So I do feel there's a problem there when we play that. Gundogan's not the same player when he plays because of that long injury he had a few years ago. He can't get up and down like he used to do. And I think that's a huge point, to be honest with you. All right, Kevin looks leggy. He doesn't look fit. For me, he looks tired. He looks that injury is probably hindering him. I think he's playing with something, to be honest with you. But I didn't think it was that great a performance. My mate texted me with about 6 weeks to go when Foden came on, and we were tippy-tappy, no urgency, playing it around instead of going for the throat, and we didn't do it. But at the end of the day, a few weeks ago, we'd have probably lost that game, but we didn't. We drew, so it's not the end of the world. But there's something not right. There's something not right. I'm sorry, but there's something not quite right for us.
Are we not? Well, we just spoke with these. Are we not hitting the panic button here, Alan?
Oh, no, it's not that. I'm just talking about the game today. We're sitting in midfield. We're sitting in mid-table, which I personally think that's our right position. The way we've performed this season.
Hang on. Yeah, I just said that though. Is that not a false position because we win our game in hand? We're in the top 3.
Yeah, that's it. Well, yeah, but at the moment we're there because we deserve to be there. Our performances are inconsistent, Martin.
You can't say that if we win our game in hand, we're in the top 3, and then say, but we deserve
fine.
to be in the table.
Yeah, but mate, our performances. Are you telling me our season this year is not being inconsistent?
Well, tell me again.
Take your blue blinking glasses off, like mine, and have a look at it and say, are our performances this season? They're not consistent, mate.
Well, you
for one game and the next.
Losing.
Eh?
Tell me a game we deserve to lose this year.
Well, Leicester, we got battered.
Right? Maybe.
We got battered.
We didn't get battered.
Well, I thought we did. I thought we were awful.
3 penalties. But carry on.
Yeah, but mate, that's our fault for allowing them to break on us.
Right. Well, what else? Name me another game.
I just don't.
Oh, wait, don't worry.
Hey? Hello.
Told you.
Hey? It's not even me,
I'm amazed by everyone talking like.
No, listen. Even the games we've won, we haven't played that well. Leeds United, first half was like chalk and cheese. Second half, we got battered, I thought, against Leeds. They could have easily won Leeds against us. Easily.
Okay, well, I'm waiting.
Don't get me wrong, we look a lot better at the back now with Diaz in. We look a lot more secure. But if we talk about today, we were playing against a top side, especially going forward. They are a very, very quick team. And to me, at times, we looked like we struggled against them, especially Marnie and Salah, which, to be honest with you, 99% of the time, everyone struggles against them. But I just don't think what we're doing with the 2 CDMs, whether it's the actual players in itself playing the CDM roles, I can't put my finger on. I'm not sold on Rodri yet. He's a good player, he can pass the ball, he doesn't move it quickly enough, I think he slows us down. I think Gundogan has been pushed into that position, which he has, to be fair, because he can't get up and down anymore. And I think now, I've given it, 7 games now for us, 8 games. From what I've seen up to now, I think we need to buy a box-to-box midfielder.
Who then? All right then, Tom.
I don't know.
Midfielder, who?
A box-to-box midfielder? There's a few out there, isn't there? Let's be fair. I won't mind Kante. That'd be a nice one to bring in. He's a box-to-box.
It was available in the summer.
Yeah, I know. There's Thiago. He's a box-to-box midfielder. If we had Thiago Alcantara, he'd have sorted that out there. I'm trying to. There's certain ones, that you wouldn't pick because they're too defensively minded, such as Casemiro and stuff like that.
Caria, the one we've been linked with.
Yeah, there's him there. There's lots out there, and we do need one. It's obvious because there's no attacking threat other than De Bruyne, and when he's not on, when he's not forming, you've got nothing other than defensive capabilities, which is not what
Yeah.
you want. You want a bit of both. You want 50-50 because it's all right defending a game, but to defend, you need to attack to win a game. You need to do both. You can't just do one because that's not how football works. You need to attack and defend. So you need somebody who can be capable of doing both of that and, be successful at it. And someone that's reliable as well. You don't want somebody coming in who's just been tested on it for about 5 games. You want somebody who's done it week in, week out for a few seasons.
Guys,
Hang on. Chris is sat there like the silent assassin here. What's Chris? What do you think? I've not heard the show.
Sorry, should I leave while you host?
Yes, please, Martin.
Yeah.
So
5 minutes late into it, and then we'll over.
Oh God. So Cal wants me to say Tom Davis, but I'm not going to say Tom Davis. The best individual performer I've seen against City this season in that role is Declan Rice. I thought he had a great game against us. He played the closest I think I've seen to a Fernandinho sort of a role. I really wouldn't be averse to buying Declan Rice if he became available. What you said, Alan, is pretty much what I've said from the start, that we are too slow. And it is not giving our front players the time and the space that they're used to operating in.
Yeah, I do agree with you.
I'm with Andy.
Declan Rice is a good shout.
Why all the doom and gloom? We played 7 games. I'm with Andy Blue Moon on this.
No, I'm only saying what I thought today, right? We had the opportunities to beat Liverpool today with injuries, and we didn't take it.
Right, but as I said to these other two earlier on, Alan, you're not playing bottom of the league Burnley or Fulham here. Anyone? No disrespect.
Listen,
champion of England.
Yeah, I know that, but with all due respect, we had opportunities to beat them today. Right? Yes, I know they did. Like, we had, obviously, the penalty, which happens, okay? We missed the penalty. There was a point where I think it was KDB crossed it in front of everyone in the first half, and it came to Sterling on the left-hand side, and he dragged it back to his right foot. Why is he not pulling the trigger with his left foot? Because he hasn't got one. If anyone who could actually kick the ball with his left foot would have buried that. No, it's not. It's not. But
stuff.
But one thing Pep said before the game is we've got to be more ruthless in front of the goal, especially because we're only creating half as many chances as we used to do. We have to be ruthless. Jesus took his goal well, fantastic goal to be fair, and he missed the chance with his head. But we have to be more. If we are creating 50% of the opportunities that we were having last year and the year before, we have to be more ruthless.
Carl, can you just be a bit careful, mate, on some of your comments? Be a bit careful, Carl, on 1 or 2 of your comments, mate. I love you, mate, but come on. Just some of the comments, I'm not going to have that. Zagon, Zakari is a fast player. He's always back and forth on the pitch. Would be a good fit for me. I've not seen him play a lot. I'm not going to lie. So I don't know. Has anyone seen this Zakari play? No. So not everyone, but everyone's now going to be an expert on Zakari as they were with everyone. Everyone we do sign.
Yeah.
Let's have a look. What else? I think most City fans feel gutted. Yeah, I think that's part of it today. I do think we are, but again, Mark Armstrong, that was the semi-final Real Madrid type game. Pep bottled it, going for the win. I thought there was a game of 2 halves. Sorry, I thought first half it was Liverpool and second half because Liverpool did a Jose Mourinho second half and stuck a 10-man wall up. They literally part of the second half.
After Trent went off. That.
So,
we were attacking before that.
Yeah, but Did they? Why? What did Ellison have to do really in that for second half?
Well, he didn't need to do much because that's what happens. You know, you got Joao and you've got Walker, you've got Diaz, and you got Laporte there who've kept it out, especially Joao. You know, absolutely brilliant from him. Alan, I told you he'd do good, didn't I? I told you he can defend.
Joe, here we go.
Right.
Did you not think? Would you have brought? I'm going to ask you a question now. Last 20 minutes, would you have brought Foden on? Not 5 minutes to the end.
We didn't come on.
Well, would you have brought Foden on?
Did you watch the game?
Yes.
I said earlier, Alan, that if Phil was 100% fit, I would have started him. So yes, I would have had him on earlier.
I do apologise. Alan's going over everything we've talked about for the last 45 minutes. So
sorry, I woke up and saw your text message thinking, oh, God, here we go.
I know, but he's jumped on and gone, can I just take over? I want to ask a quick question before we go.
I need to have my say. I've gone to sleep, tossing and turning. People are texting me as I'm trying to sleep. I'm angry at the same time because we've missed a massive opportunity.
I'm going to be honest. Listen, you're allowed your opinion. It's your opinion. You know me. Opinions you can have. Yeah. I don't understand the angriness. I don't understand all this.
It's not angry. Martin, I'm frustrated.
It's disappointment and frustration.
I'm frustrated because we had an opportunity to set a marker down today and we didn't do it. So I'm frustrated because we're capable of it.
Okay then. So whose fault is it to you? Is it Pep's fault that KDB's out of form?
I don't think KDB's fully fit.
Well, yeah, I agree with that. I said that earlier on. I think he is carrying an injury. But KDB, out you go and don't play great, mate.
No, but there's certain games that KDB should not have been. He should have been sat on the bench or resting and allowing other players to play instead of him. We've got enough of a squad in midfield, mate, for other two players to play.
Who then?
Well, you could have played, for argument's sake, in other games, the last few games, you could have played Gundogan there, you could have played Foden in there, you could have in central midfield, Bernardo in there. There's plenty of players that can play in that role. You hate to say it, you could actually play Mahrez in that role for a game, which is his natural position.
Okay, you brought him up. Tom, I'm going to go round the squad here. Mahrez.
Yeah.
Was you surprised he was, I'm not going to say rested, squad rotation is what's come out, because he was dropped.
Yeah.
Plain a simple matter of this, he was dropped. Tom, do you think he needs to come back in now? Or do you think there's a future for Mahrez? Did we miss Mahrez today?
Yeah, I think we did. You know, somebody in that second half, just a little bit more threat up front. You know, somebody that could cut inside. You know, somebody who can bring a bit more to the attacking. You know, as much as I like Bernardo, he's not a winger. End of conversation. Bernardo Silva is not a winger. You know what I mean? So Alan's loving it.
No, I'm not loving it. I'm looking at Chris's face as you're talking.
Yeah,
we'll come to it. Don't worry.
Yeah. So, you know, I think it would have been a good play. I don't think he should have started, but I think completely putting him out of the squad's a little bit harsh, to be honest with you, because there's players who have had a little bit more, a little bit worse games this season than him.
Alan, just join in from where we are and not rewind. Chris, did we miss Mahrez? I don't even know why I'm asking you. Did we miss Mahrez today?
Well, yeah, I think we did because the ball was very wet and we could have done with someone toweling it down. You know, did we balls miss Riyad Mahrez? He has had a shocking season so far. He's had a shocking season so far. I was glad that he wasn't anywhere in sight, and long may that continue.
Alan, did we miss him?
No, we didn't miss him. But dropping him is a good idea. Let's see what reaction he gives us when he comes back. Because he's going to come back into the team, into the squad. when he comes on, let's see a reaction. And that's what you want to see, a player who's not happy being dropped and fighting for his place. And so it's down to him now. And I want to see him come back and fight for it. But today, we didn't miss him.
Sorry, I just need to read this. Hey, Trick Do, the poor weather favoured City Reds fan here. The slope. What slope?
The slop.
All right, slow down now, boys. You do know the Etihad's the best pitch in the league, don't you, mate?
The slope.
Alwar is in better than Verratti. People going about the Alwar. Van de Beek is at Man United, mate. Come on. Blue Art, we did miss Mahrez if you consider his recent games. Keep resting him for me. Anthony Alma, Haaland in January with cancer. Why have you
That'd
got
be nice.
200 million?
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
FIFA there.
£200 flop down in January.
How old's Canty now?
I'll tell you.
How old is it? I reckon, mate, if we went and tried to buy him, I don't think he... Pardon? 29.
29.
29 and Canty.
The problem is his wages. He's on a fortune at Chelsea.
Well done, Chris. That were good on that. Fair play.
Dragon, Bernardo needs to go back on the right. He came on the right, mate. Was any of you surprised by Torres going off? Because that surprised me. I thought he looked dangerous when he had the ball.
Yeah.
Tough one. I don't think he had his best game, but he has been our informed player, so I think I would have stuck with him. For me, Raz had a poor game, so I think I would have dragged him off first. But then he's one of the big players, so you can see why I kept him on.
I'll be honest with you. When either Raz or Torres got the ball, it was too late for them to get the ball because the ball was getting out to them too slowly. They need space in front of them to run at teams and have a go at people because they're quick, right? And every time they got the ball, they had banks of 4 or 5 in front of them. So this is the whole point about this double pivot carry on. They're releasing the ball too slowly. It's not going forward, it's going sideways. That's the problem. Hence, Kevin De Bruyne suffers. Hence, Torres suffers. Hence, Sterling suffers.
Yeah.
We don't look a threat, mate. We don't look a threat because of it.
Well, Dupe wants to know, is the international break coming at the right time for us? Good question.
No, because all our players are playing internationals and I don't want them to because they'll bloody get injured.
I don't know. I've got a feeling you're going to start seeing silly little injuries appear up in the next couple of days.
Yeah, but isn't the rule the players have to turn up in their medical staff?
That's up to the individual FAs to do that rule. It's not made it so, and it's up to the individual. Okay.
Well, I don't want any of our players going. I know Foden will go because he's just got back.
I'll be surprised if KDB turns out in both Belgian games.
I'll be furious if he does.
Imagine him playing against England. I don't think he'll play the other one.
No.
I think he'll suddenly get an injury prepared. And I think it just comes down to, I think certain clubs have relationships with certain FAs and they have understandings. And I think right now, the way football is as a community, I think they've got to use the brains a little bit as well. Because it's all right having these Euro qualification. Who's to say we're even going? Anyone's doing the Euros next summer? We don't know right now because we don't know the way the world will be.
I don't think we will. I don't think we will.
So because right now half the world's back on lockdown. So I don't know how talking about European competitions should even be talked about right now. We need to protect these players. They're not robots. They're not pieces of meat. Well, that's just me. Sam, have you answered that one, mate?
About Raz? Or about Torres, sorry.
No, about the international break.
Oh. This one of them.
The right time or the wrong time?
It's the wrong time, I think, to be honest with you. Yeah. I think we need another game. I think we need another game to play. I think internationals in general at this stage, I think they were rubbish anyway when everything was normal. But to have them now, it's just ridiculous. To travel in, everything like that, they'll come back after they'll be playing Champions League again, Premier League again, and they don't have any rest. And that's the problem that people are saying. There's no rest for the players because when there is a rest coming up, it's international break. So I understand why. Completely understand why they're going to play the internationals, but have a week off or something like that because they've done it in the past. They did it last year with the Christmas where people had a break and it worked. There was less injuries and stuff like that. And something that needs to be brought in because it's not fair on the players playing so much because there are humans after all, and there's injuries happening, left, right, and centre, not just for us, for every team.
Chris,
I think the thing that I fear most about international break is you threatening to do more FIFA streams. That's really got me worried now.
Especially his performance on Friday.
Yeah, absolutely. 3 games, 3 losses. I agree with Tom. Actually, he's come at a bit of a bad time because I think we just
bad time.
Yeah. Well, we all make mistakes, Martin, as you should know.
Yeah, we've got you on.
I can pronounce people's names though, so with the slope. So I think it's come at the wrong time. I think we could do with another game, but I hate internationals. I hate this international break stuff. And what's going on in the world, and we're just flying, players here, there, and everywhere. It's crazy.
Totally.
Yeah, absolutely crazy.
Of course, they'll play the Euros. Why wouldn't they? It's got a small little thing called the coronavirus, mate. At the moment, I don't know if you've heard of it, mate. I don't know. You've been under a rock, or just something that's slightly going on at the moment. Spot on again, Tom. Piggy Smalls says, I would like to see Frankie de Jong. Click there.
There is something missing. There's no question about that.
Martin, do more FIFA streams. Oh, well done.
No.
Chris and Martin are going to go at that. Go at it there.
Should have heard this earlier.
Martin, who suggested Barry Conlon get Karate as well? Listen, you leave Barry alone. He had a great career playing for the Dog and Duck, and then went on and had a game for Man City. He was great. No disrespect to Barry if he's watching. We would like to get you on at some point, buddy. Just done that one. If KDB converted the penalty, then the second half would have been different. And who knows? Exactly, Eddie Brownhill. Thank you. Great point. We were a penalty kick away from 3 points there, and we're talking like we've got beat.
No, we're not. I don't know. No one's talking
Nobody
like we got beat. Man. This is you and your drama queen moments.
No.
It's
Are you not reading
the
comments?
I tell you what,
comments, Chris?
as soon as you mention drama queen, it's poof.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, if we did lose, there'd be a picture of Joe Hart on the wall. That's what. So we haven't lost.
Yeah, listen. It just wasn't the best. Do you know? I'll be honest with you. If that game was say United against Arsenal, I'd have turned it off after 70 minutes.
Yep.
It was the last 20 minutes, half an hour was dross. It was poor.
It was awful.
It wasn't great. That's the point. I think what Alan's saying, and I kind of agree as well, that was our chance to put a marker down for the season, and we didn't go for it.
It was also Liverpool's chance.
Liverpool are already up near the top, mate. They're the champions. They are the mark, mate.
Because they played a game more than us. This game in hand is this is what I'm not understanding with you all. Liverpool have played a game more, and that's why.
So what?
Go on.
So what? Tom. Yeah. So what happens when we do play the game in hand and we're still playing the same? Then is that going to change? What's the excuse then? The reality is, we've played the same amount of games or one less than every other team, so we should be 3 points off the top, shouldn't we? If we're that good, or you know what I mean? We've drawn 3, we've won 3, and we've drawn 1. So there's something wrong. You know, we wouldn't be having this conversation if everything was fine, would we? You know what I mean? There's something wrong. There is, though.
I feel like going having a lie down and slitting my wrists. The way you carrying on.
You called it on the preview. Playing this double pivot doesn't work for us because we haven't got the people that can play it, who are playing it. They don't do a good enough job, in my opinion. Playing that role. They're not, to me, they're not good enough. You know, let's be honest. Rodri, you know, he can't play on his own in that position because he's frightened of people running around him.
Leonard says, can't believe KDB didn't even hit the target. Scotty Mo says it was a boring game. He agrees with you.
It was.
Adam Quinn, would you bring back Douglas Luiz?
Well, they beat Arsenal today, didn't they?
Easy, yeah. That is a good question, actually, because I would like to see him in the better team.
He's a good player.
Maybe.
It wouldn't cost as much to bring him back, would it?
I think it's £25 million buyback we got.
Yeah,
exactly. What does that get you these days? You know what I mean? It gets you nothing in football, really, does it? Let's be honest.
And again, and if he didn't work out, you'd sell him on for probably 40 million, wouldn't you?
Yeah, exactly. Well, that'll be some sort of contract negotiations. Look at Angelino. Look at Angelino, though. Like, did you see that free kick Angelino scored the other day? Like, where was all this? Where was all this for us? That's what pees me off about
never
it.
Given a chance.
Yeah,
hang on a minute. No, hang on. One sec. Angelino, because I'm passionate on this, was absolutely hung, drawn and quartered in his first pre-season game in Australia. He was absolutely not Australia, over in the Far East. He was hung, drawn and quartered, and then never got a chance after that.
Yes, he did.
No, name him. How many appearances did he make for City? Hardly any. So don't give me that rubbish. He was never given the chance. And now he's gone to a team where he's given the chance. He's getting in the Champions League Team of the Year, scoring goals. Does he have bad games? Of course. Every
They play 3-5-2 in their team. So he plays wing back, not full back.
Right.
There's a difference. Going forward, we don't play 3-5-2 all the time. Most of the time we play 4 at the back.
What did we play against Leon in the Champions League?
Yeah, but
18 at the back.
18 at the back. We were awful.
All right, no.
Again.
We never gave Angelino a chance, and that I will always say. We never gave him the chance. Fans hung, drawn and quartered him. Absolutely hung, drawn and quartered.
See, that's what Australia, that's what you get in Australia, innit?
What? The whole season's gone by, being sat on the edge of the sheet, recently been draw. I'm really. You said this. I'm ignoring it. You said this to me on the phone. If you want to bring up phone conversation, you said this reminded you of the Stuart Pearce days.
I never said that.
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Let's be honest. You said it was like watching Stuart Pearce.
No, I never said that.
You lying bugger! You lying sod!
I never said that. You're such a liar, man.
Like this.
Listen, I said that game was rubbish to watch. It was boring.
You said it was like
Stuart and you said it was all right. It's all right. So you'd go back to the Stuart Pearce days. That's what I said.
Oh.
You've just been stitched up there, mate.
What a total stretch.
No, it wasn't. I'm wrapping this up in a minute because you three are talking. Well, Tom's talking a bit of sense. You two are talking utter dross down there. When Pep played Angelino, he's putting him left wing. When he played left back Anfield, he was one of our best players that game. I agree with Martin. You need to get some sleep, Skipper.
Mate, I had about 3 hours kit last night. I was awake most of the night, worrying about which team he's going to play, from 11 o'clock. You know, you've got. Do you know what it's like? Do you know when you go to bed early? I'm up early. I've got to get up at 3:15 to watch the match. I don't want to oversleep, so I ended up not sleeping at all. It was, and I've had a few hours kit, and then I'm getting these texts going, "Come on the show."
I didn't say that. I said, "Do you want to come on the show?"
Yeah, and here he is.
You didn't say, "Come on, come on." Some people don't have stretch the truth. Don't have stretch the truth. True Martin, 100 degrees with me. Done that one. Spot on, Alan. You need to get some done that one. Scotty Mall, I agree, Alan. Angelino had a few awful games, but no different than any other of our left backs.
Correct.
That's my point with Angelino. Then Zinchenko is still at the club, and Angelino's playing in the Champions League for RB Leipzig.
Yeah, but Zinchenko wouldn't have got us 25 million, would he, or however much he got us? He got us about £25.
Let me ask someone about Zinchenko. Let me just say. Oh, he thinks he's a good player.
Who? Zinchenko?
Tim Cahill.
No. Simon Hill. He turned around.
Forwarded by Tim Cahill. Yeah. Right.
He turned around and said, "Zinchenko, good player." You stuck your head in.
Isn't he a striker?
No.
You said Shevchenko.
No,
Zinchenko.
Yeah, your favourite player. Your favourite player.
Simon Hill says he's crap.
No, he didn't.
I'm naming the game. He's lost us. I don't know. Blue Art. Alan, you're talking like you're in dream time.
I am. I'm here, but my mind's somewhere else, mate. Trust me.
Pep didn't use Angelino properly. I didn't time me out, Cal. Right, guys. Well, has anyone got anything to say on the rest? Tottenham, let's finish this on this one. Tottenham Hotspur. After today's result, are you confident on Tottenham when we come back? Tom, start with you.
Yeah, because it's always a good game when we play against Spurs. Is it home or away, this one? Is it away or home?
Away, I think.
Is it away? Well, obviously, last time we were there, we didn't play well whatsoever. Zinchenko again. Yeah, Zinchenko, yeah, no worries. But yeah, you know, anything can anything can happen against Spurs. So yeah, it should be a good game. You know, it's always a good game when we play them lot. You know, it's Mourinho versus Pep, so it's always some sort of tactic genius comes out on top. So yeah, fingers crossed we win and we get back to, you know, winning ways. You know, it's, you know, a good team that are in form. We've got two good players. Well, a lot of good players. You know, they've got Bale, so we'll just see Cancelo put Bale in his back pocket again, like he did with Salah today, and it should be a good game.
Chris?
I'm not worried about Spurs, really. It's a game that could go either way. Two good teams, really. So, yeah, I think we'll be all right. And one thing I want to raise after today's game, right, is Pep keeps going on about we should be having 5 substitutes for a game in a match. So why did he just make 1? I think he made 2 in the last game and 1 today.
Yeah.
I think it's bizarre, and I think that if he couldn't see where the problem was today, and not by playing, you know, Phil Foden, I just think it's a bit strange, Martin.
Yeah.
It was. I think he was quite happy with the point.
I want to know why he stripped Foden off, got him on the back, and then just didn't even use him. Because everyone's like, "Oh, Foden's coming on."
Yeah, I thought that as well.
Yeah.
And then we never saw him.
Alan thought he played last 5 minutes, so he must have been convincing.
Two circles on the corner flag, so he came on and off and on.
Well, Pep said in his post-match interview that him and Klopp had a chat at the full-time whistle talking about the 5 substitutions. Well, Pep made 1 like Chris said, so why is he having a chat with Klopp? Shouldn't he have a chat with himself?
Well, that's not going to get him anywhere, is it, if he chats to himself?
No, I know, but don't sit like Chris. You've got a bang on point. What's the point in having a chat with Klopp at full time about 5 substitutions and then you don't use one?
Yeah, that is a good point. That is a good point because it's like you're complaining about it, but you're not using it. You know, if I understand if he'd have made 3 subs every single game, but let's be honest, we don't have that many players to come on and actually make a difference, do we? At the moment,
is it because he doesn't believe in his substitutions then?
Obviously, so you know when you saw when quite a lot of the lads were out, a lot of the youngsters were coming on and making an impact. So maybe that is one of the reasons.
I think that was fear of losing the game in the last 20 minutes, mate.
That's what I do. I think
like that as well.
I think they just settled for a 1-1. I think both Klopp and Pep did. I think it's a bit of a stalemate now. I'm quite happy with my point.
I've got to say, my overall thing of that was both teams, that became a game of must not lose rather than must win.
Correct.
It became more important not to lose for the pair of them.
Yeah,
and I think that was the way it was for the players on the pitch as well.
Yeah.
Got to remember, I think there was a crowd there. We were all packed into that Etihad. I think the last 20 minutes we'd have roared them on. We would not have and we'll say, it wasn't a great spectacle, I'm not going to lie. We'd have probably roared them on. We'd have roared them on over the last 20 minutes.
Good point, man.
We were pushing and pushing. And I'd say the first half, we were getting pushed back further. And then the second half, we did it to them. We were pushing them further back. And I just think for the last 20 minutes, there was when they are tired and they are a bit out of ideas, there's nobody, when you've got nearly 60,000 people, even though we're the Etihad, pushing you on, cheering you on, screaming at you. Because I'll tell you what, that board would have gone up with 4 minutes to go. The Etihad would have bounced at 1-1 to get them over that line today. And that's the problem with football now. It's not the same. There isn't the G up that somebody. Because like I said, these players are humans. They're knackered. Sometimes they need to hear a roar of a crowd behind them to get them going on. I'm not trying to give you a bloody election presidential speech here. I'm just trying to say that sometimes players need a little go. Anyway.
Stop the count.
We've better. I'll answer because we've got to beat Spurs. I've got an added incentive about us beating Spurs.
You can't handle it.
More than anything, I cannot lose, and that little weasel lives down the road from me, from banging on my door, giving me grief for about a week and a half. So I'm calling us cheats and all that sort of carry on. No, we cannot lose to them.
I'm just going to say goodbye to Jonathan Tracy because he's starting to pee me off.
Yeah.
Nice cow, sir.
Jonathan Tracy's never been to a game in his life. What a shame. Mahrez, all my football says Mahrez would have brought that game in. Well, he needs to do it because he hasn't done it all season, mate. That's the problem. We're acting like we lost today. Imagine we actually lost. Thank you.
What we clapping for?
Because imagine if we did lose. Jesus, it'd have been a meltdown.
So
20 minutes, Liverpool looked leggy, not winning second balls. They were there for the taking. Carl Blundell's on a wind-up. Hashtag Mahrez matters. Crap.
And his second comment is also very annoying as well. It's like, 60,000 people pushing the City players and screaming, Jesus, that's hostile.
Carl, you know what? You're going in a timeout, mate, for being a bit cheeky.
See you later.
Too late, Martin. I've done that already.
Well done, Chris.
KDB has done a lot more than Mahrez, and we see.
Brilliant.
Hey, we both timed him out on this.
I've never timed Cal out before. I feel dreadful.
Well, you're being a bit cheeky tonight, mate. Bye, Trey. Buy yourself a
the bottom line is we're all frustrated. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's not.
No, I'm leaving the last thing to Shadow. Things could be worse. At least we're not like Man United.
Yeah, exactly.
Even though Man United are only 2 points behind us.
Exactly.
Funny enough. That's a funny one, that, because they're, Ollie's doing the okey coke. He's in, out every week. Right, anyway.
I hope he stays. As long as he stays, he'll run the shit. Simple as that.
I want to say a big thank you. Tom, thank you for coming on, buddy.
Yeah, Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate being on again. It's been good. And yeah, guys, if you could donate down below, it'd be much appreciated. You know, it's to get to that target just for my granddad and for Alzheimer's Trust. It'll be a big thing for me. So yeah, thank you.
For the guys who don't know, we will play the video at the end, but the link to Tom's GoFundMe page is in the description, and it is all in aid to raise money for the Alzheimer's Trust for Tom, whose granddad sadly passed away a month or two ago. Sadly passed away. Tom was very, very close to his granddad, and my granddad had Alzheimer's. Luckily, I was too young at the time to understand it. So, but my dad has told me what he went through. You know, told me in his spirit, but my dad told me a story about my granddad, funnily enough, got on a bus once in his house coat from the hospital. My dad and my grandma were coming off the bus to go and visit him. And as they got off the bus, my granddad got on the bus in his house coat. And that's the thing it can do. And it's not a good thing. It's not something you want to see your loved ones do. So please give generously to Tom. You know, he's got a target of 300, and I know you will smash him through that target. And is it 5 kilometers a day?
Yeah, it's 5K a day for 13 days, and every K is a year he was Alzheimer's free. So he got diagnosed when he was 65. He obviously passed away when he was 71. So, you know, 65 years he was, you know, the granddad that we all loved. And we loved him after that, but you know, he was the normal, happy granddad without any problems. So yeah, 65 years of a legend of a man, really, and everybody who knew him loved him and respected him. So yeah, those 65 years, every single K is a year that, you know, everybody loved him he was a great man.
There you go. And that video will be played at the end, just to give you guys a little reminder. Thank you very much, Chris. Ginger Prince coming on. Or Ginger pain in my ass tonight.
Yeah.
Alan, thank you for coming on all the way from us, for getting up. Better late than never, buddy. Go and get yourself some sleep.
I'm going back to bed, I'm telling you.
I think you need to go and have a good sleep, mate. What, 10 years or so?
Yeah, nice.
Martin, do you ever check your emails? It's not just my email, mate. Chris has access to it. Andy has access to it. Go on, Chris. Have you replied to him?
I've not even seen one from Dupe.
Dupe, who have you sent it to? You sent it to mcfcfantv@gmail.com. Because I ain't giving you my personal email, so don't think it's not gone there, mate. Andy Bloomy, thank you guys for the great entertainment for today. Watch along was brilliant. Thank you. This show brilliant. Hey, and you even missed a raid from the United Stand lot. We even got the watch along played on the United Stand today. Sure, there's a copyright in there somewhere to Mark Goldbridge. But yes, we have 400 in raid. But Mark Goldbridge was very complimentary.
Was he?
Yeah, he was.
I love Mark. He's a brilliant guy.
Go over and watch That's Football about 27 minutes in.
Really? I'm going to watch that. I love good old Mark.
Yeah.
Hey,
one of his best ones the other day, we couldn't tackle a packet of Watsits when he were talking about Maguire.
He is actually quite funny, actually. He's quite funny. Yeah.
Stay safe, everyone. Great show, Martin and Co. Cheers. Good luck with the running and fundraising, Tom.
Cheers, Blue Art. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. I'm totally depressed now after being happy. Don't blame me. Blame these three. Happy with a great point.
I've heard this. Hey? It's drama.
I'm going to send everyone to drink you. Dupe, ginger. Says it all.
The silent assassin.
Thank you so much for tuning in. It has been an absolute long day, but it's been a good one. City have drawn one each with Liverpool. Wasn't the result we wanted. Some say it wasn't the performance we wanted, but we didn't get beat. And we win our game in hand with 2 or 3 points off the top. I'm happy with that. Don't know about you lot. And yes, we've had a chat with these 3 reprobates. But yeah, have a great week. Mark just makes me laugh. Sit till we die. Raid. Yeah, they loved it. Stay safe, guys. Chris is God. Oh, look who's sucking up now. Martin,
Hello.
personal email. I ain't telling you that. The personal email. Guys, have a great week. Stay safe. Take care. And remember, if you are feeling a bit lonely or a bit low,
When you next on, Martin?
I'm coming to that in a minute.
Blimey. How long's this outro?
What do you want me to say? If you are feeling a bit low, please email us mcfcfantv@gmail.com. Ask for our mobiles and we will have a chat with you. Might not ring you straight away, but we'll get back to you and we'll have a chat with you at these times where we need to be together. Tuesday, I am not here tomorrow. As I said to you on the live watch along, Andy's having a week or two off to look after his sick dog, sick puppy. Hope Stanley gets better soon and also his work. But me and Chris are taking the reins for a couple of weeks. We'll make sure we get videos out. Look at Chris down there. So don't bother Andy this week. He is going to be back. What are you looking at down there, Skipper? Anyway, have a great week. I will be back Tuesday with a extra FIFA career mode. I will be live at 8 o'clock Tuesday. And also, during the week, we'll have a bit of a quiz as well. I'm going to have a think of a quiz. And we're going to have a little bit of fun, cheer everybody up. And Friday, we're back with the Friday night social. So there's going to be a week coming up. Won't be every night, but we will try our very best to get on. Have a great evening. I'm going to play you the Tom video now as we're going out. Take care. Have a great week. And as always, up the Blues. Here's Tom.
Hi guys, before you go into the live, I thought I'd just tell you about the fundraiser I'm doing for my granddad in memory of him. I am running 65k in 13 days, 5k every day. And every single kilometre that I do is a year that my granddad was dementia-free, Alzheimer's-free. It was a horrible illness, took him away from us too soon. He was my best mate. So yeah, it's a tough task. I'm training for it at the moment. So yeah, I'm starting on the 16th of November and it'll be going for 13 days from then. It's going to be a tough, hard challenge, but I know that it'll be a good one because all the money that I do make will be going towards Alzheimer's research to try and find a cure for this horrible disease that took my granddad away from me. There will be a GoFundMe page going out on Monday the 9th of November, so whenever you're watching this, I imagine it'll be up. So yeah, the link will be in the description of this live that you're watching now. So if you could donate even £1, it'll mean so much to me, and I know it would mean so much to my granddad if you could see the people donating for him, and also I know it'll mean a lot to the guys at Alzheimer's Research to try and find a cure. So yeah, thank you guys, and if you can donate, the link will be in the description. Enjoy the live, guys.